In the Edmodo group for Camp 21, you will see a link to an interactive rubric for 21st century learning environments. When you click on that link, it takes you to a Google Doc that shows you the rubric. The rubric has all of the 6 dimensions for 21st century learning, and as you can see, the rubric is arranged as a continuum. Each dimension is listed. At the left, you see what would be categorized as a not conducive example, all the way up towards the right, which is highly conducive. It's important to remember that not everybody's going to be highly conducive for every single learning activity. The goal is to become familiar with the rubric and ask yourself what changes can be made to allow you to move in that direction to highly conducive. To get more information about each of these dimensions, you can click on the titles and it will take you to an interactive Google document. Each element is represented. In this example, we're looking at collaboration. As you explore this information, you'll see an overview, talks about each of the dimensions, defines them in greater detail, gives you the big ideas. For example, in collaboration, the big ideas are that students are working together in pairs or groups to discuss an issue, solve a problem, or create a product. Again, it's not enough that they're just working in pairs or groups. To get more information and take a deeper dive to understand what this means, it has nice little yes/no charts that you can ask yourself. Am I meeting this criteria? The yes column gives you examples of what it would look like, and the no gives you a comparison of what it would not look like. For each of the main elements of this dimension, you will get this nice little yes/no column chart. So we have one for, is it shared responsibility? Is it a substantive decision that the kids are making? Is their work interdependent? And then finally at the end, you'll see a nice collaboration decision steps rubric, a little flow chart that you can ask yourself as you're designing learning environments to make sure that you are moving toward that highly conducive column. So are students required to work in pairs or groups? That would be your first question to ask yourself. If the question is yes, you go on to the second one. Do students have shared responsibility? Yes, you'd go to the next one. Are they making substantive decisions? If the answer is yes, you would go on to interdependent. And if the answer is yes, you're looking at a 5. You're looking at the most high category on the rubric. If you're not, you can go back to the rubric and you can explore where you're at and ask yourself those questions of what you can do to move in that direction. Now remember, there is an interactive link for each dimension: collaboration, knowledge construction, real-world problem solving and innovation, use of technology for learning, self-regulation, and skilled communication. It's very important that as you participate in training through the 21st Century Learning Division, that you keep this rubric in mind as sort of a lens, that as you're learning new tools, you can ask yourself, in what ways do these tools support my curriculum? Because your curriculum standards are always the most important thing to keep in mind. And then number 2, in what ways can I support 21st century learning environments to help prepare my kids for the demands of the 21st century?